Hello everybody and welcome back to Weird Spins. Last time that I posted a video it was on a Mondo mystery box, so this is kind of have a follow-up to that in the beginning. Basically, when the box came in, it was comprised of two double LPs and a single LP. So I thought, because they said the mystery box was going to be 5 LPs, that was it. Well, apparently they literally meant 5 albums. And another viewer had advised me of this and told me that I would probably want to expect another box. Well, actually 2 packages arrived on the same day because one of them kind of required a box of its own. So Mondo, again, top of the line, best customer service, best product. I think my copy of The Omen from them is the only pressing that I've been really unhappy with the sound quality. And I don't mind it because it's for the novelty of its appearance, and it's got a beautiful sleeve, and everything else about it is great shakes. It's just, for whatever reason, the vinyl mix in it with a red stripe down the middle of black resulted in some serious surface noise that's kind of unusual to me. So the first thing that I received, and again, this is a mystery box, and ordinarily I'm the guy that's buying horror stuff. So I said, which box are you going to go for? I said, I'll go for superheroes and sci-fi. That way it helps to ensure I don't get any duplicates, most likely, because I don't have a lot of that stuff, even though I'm fond of that stuff. I received this soundtrack to a Netflix show called Russian Doll. I don't know anything about the show, but the music was actually pretty cool. It's a gatefold, but I haven't taken the shrink off of it. I need to get some poly bags. The disc itself is a beautiful thing, sort of a dark blue green with lighter green and white mixed in. And the music is kind of electronic driven a little bit and very stylish. It's a nice record. I, again, don't know much about the actual show though, so I'll have to check it out eventually, just so I have an association for the music, but package everything as usual for Mondo and Death Waltz Spectacular. Box number 2, I'm just utterly floored by this thing. I'm a Marvel guy, okay? So I have some Marvel soundtracks. I only have 3 DC related soundtracks that I can think of off of the top of my head. Lego Batman, Suicide Squad one that I got in a lot, that's this really pretty purple and starfish design. That one I believe also was Mondo. I think I mentioned it I did in the previous video, where I kind of went through the Mondo collection. And I have an original Superman 2, as in Christopher Reeve and John Williams score. That thing is neat because it's got laser etching on it, kind of like the Styx Paradise Theater album or the Split Ends album. So it's very artsy in that way. It's kind of a picture disc, but in a weird way. It sounds absolutely great though, because the laser etchings they did, they don't impact the surface of the album for play quality. Pretty extraordinary, and they just sort of glimmer back this rainbow reflection of what's going on there. So I'm surprised more of those albums weren't made. Those are the only 3 LPs that I'm aware of that were done that way, and 2 singles, one related to the Split Ends and one related to the Styx, were also released that it was pressed with laser etching on the singles. Other than that, I'm not aware of any other ones that were done. If anybody else is, let me know, because I'd be curious to go and find them eventually, just because I think they're neat. What I got was Zack Snyder's Justice League. This thing is a 7 LP box set. Look at the thickness of that. Every disc in it is in its own sleeve with a little attached card of information and unique art and metallic silver inlay. I mean, the package is just beautiful. I don't know which disc it is. One of these actually has an etching on it, and I haven't even had the chance to look at the etchings yet. Okay, so this is disc 1. So if I go to the opposite end of the box, we might be able to take a look at that etching if it will show up on camera. I doubt it will since these are black vinyl, but we'll try. But man, these things are just stunning. And I cannot imagine, I would not have ever expect anything. Okay, so Wonder Woman is disc 2. I'm not sure. Let me try looking at the spine. Does that give me a reveal? Yes. Reveal. This is 7. Okay. Because they said the 7th one in Discogs has an etching on the 14th side. So let's see what we've got. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it on there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's the 14th side of that 7LP set. And of course, that's blank. That's not a playable surface. It's not the same as the laser etched discs of the 80s. The rest of it's just normal press. All right, so that is that. And I just want to say thank you to Mondo, because that is a really extraordinary and beautiful piece for a soundtrack collector. And I mean, you can tell that a lot of love went into the production and design of this piece. There's so much going on in the packaging of it, even though it's all, in fact, I'm going to say not even though, but including the fact that they've gone with this monochromatic theme that sort of lends itself to an even artsier quality to it. It probably reduced their printing costs a tiny bit, but then doing the silver would have bumped them back up. So sacrifice one thing and add on another, I guess. But yeah, beautiful collection. As always, Mondo does really remarkable album sets. So don't hesitate to get anything from them. If you're dissatisfied with anything ever, they're very good about making things right. A friend in Jacksonville got hold of an LP from them that I don't think it was even their press, that there was something that was a flaw in the disc, and he let them know, and they told him just hold on to it, and they shipped him out another one the same day. So that I think is just superb. All right. Other than that, the only thing I've got is for today is some vinyl finds, and this is where we're getting into some weird spins. I haven't had a chance to check these out yet. This has been a rough few weeks. My car kind of went, and so I had to do roughly $600 worth of repairs on it. And my regular job is slow this time of year, so I made roughly a $600 check. So had I known that, I probably wouldn't have even done the thrifting on these, but I picked these up before the car went. And then they just sat around, and I didn't even get around to getting them into Discogs or mentioning them to anybody until a little bit after the fact, because, well, I'm trying to recover right now, so I don't think I'll be buying anything anytime soon. These are all from a Goodwill, and they were just 99-cent bin. We've got a comedian named Wes Harrison, and he's called Mr. Sound Effects. I don't know much about it. It's autographed. The one on Discogs is also autographed, but you can tell it was done with a ballpoint pen. So he probably personally sold these at shows. This one is on the IRC label, but there are a lot of variants that are on Discogs that are actually self-release label with just his name for the label name. So I think that he probably just kept an inventory, and anytime he was performing, he would get these into the club with him and sell them to audiences. I have not heard any of these yet. I don't know anything about any of them except for one, which most people that are my age or older will know about. And that is this neat little die cut Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In album on Epic. Really nice colorful sleeve, and it's die cut, so it's a pretty cool little gatefold. And all of these records are in just beautiful condition. So this is your classic kind of yellow gold Epic label, priceless. You know, when I see that label, all I can think of is Guns' self-titled album to this day. You know, because I fell so in love with that record when I was a kid, and I do need to get a replacement. And honestly, I want the reissue for the color vinyl. That's just me. All right, and I have two by these characters. I know nothing about them. Hudson and Landry. Some sort of sketch comedy, and I don't know if it's appropriate, inappropriate. I have a feeling it's not party record type material, but it might be dated type material and have other issues going on in it. But it's old. They're on the Dory label. This one black label with the yellow feather. The other one's just a purple and silver label. So I'll be checking those out and seeing if they're funny or not. And finally, we have a still sealed. It has a little divot there that got chewed up for making it cut out then, I guess. Ronco presents Get It On, and we got Ohio Players Funky Worm, Johnny Nash Stir It Up, Brownsville Station doing Smoking in the Boys Room, Barry White, Jerry Lee Lewis, The Four Tops. I mean, there's 20 songs crammed on this thing. It's the way they used to do these. And based on that volume, I'm thinking that it's probably, with all the tracks segued and merged together. And I haven't heard these yet, but that would be interesting to find out that it's one of those radio station style mixes, because Ronco was pretty good about doing that. If nothing else, it helped them to cram an additional song or two on a record, because they really crammed a lot onto one when they did it. And Columbia was behind this. It's Columbia Special Products thing at the back on the bottom left. So anyway, that's it. That's my vinyl finds. Nothing special, nothing superstar, with the exception of Ronco. Nothing particularly rock, pop, soul, or anything else about them. Just spoken word and soundtrack stuff. But you know, it's a fun find, and I'll probably check out a couple tonight as I'm going to sleep. So thank you for checking out Weird Spins, and we'll see you again real soon.